What's going on, guys? Jack here, and today I got a banger video for you. We're going to be talking about why you are failing on Redbubble, and I'm going to give you guys 5 reasons why you're failing on Redbubble. This is going to be to help you to make money on Redbubble, and I want to motivate you guys. I want to tell you guys some reasons why I think a lot of people fail on Redbubble. So if you want to hear more about that, stay tuned and let's get right into it. Alright, so let's dive right in. The first reason. And the first reason is a pretty common reason, as these 5 reasons are all pretty common, but when you put them all together, it creates a lot of success. So the first reason is you aren't using the power of trends. And I'll show you guys in a second what I mean by this, but pretty much a lot of people, they don't use trends to get their first sales, and first sales, they can help a lot, especially on Redbubble. When you see your first few sales, you're going to be motivated to push even further, and even if those trends are just a few sales, when you see sales coming in, especially when you're a beginner, you're going to realize like, wow, this is actually doable, this is actually possible. There's going to be more belief in your brain that you can do this like full time, or you can make a lot of money doing this, so you'll be way more inclined to actually do the things you need to do, whether it be making designs or researching that you need to do to actually get to where you want to be on Redbubble. And that's why the power of trends are so powerful. So with that being said, let's go take a look at 2 quick tools you can use for Redbubble to find some trends and how you can, make a few extra dollars here and there. And I'm going to recommend some videos or YouTubers you can watch that also have trend videos every single week. So here's one way you can find trends. This is just one of many, but pretty much it's called Bubble Trends. And you're going to be careful here because a lot of these are trademarked, so you want to be careful. But on the right hand side here, you're going to see that you can not only see the name of these trends and these keywords that are being searched a lot, but you can see the results in each one. So you can say, ask me about my duck disguise, and then you can bring it over to Redbubble, search, and you're going to see it has about 600 results. So the competition is much lower. And there is not only a list of like 100 of these every day, but 78. Every single day they update. So if you keep on track, keep on top of these, you can create a lot of trending designs and get in on some like quick trends and make a few extra sales to motivate you even further. If you just want to make some sales quick, this is a great way to do it. Another great way that you can, spot some trends without actually doing too much work is to watch YouTubers. And there are a few YouTubers I watch. One of them is Detour Shirts. And another one that I really like is The Money Game. I've had him on my channel here before, but pretty much he posts videos every single week on the top 10 trends or the top trends of that week. And it's really good because he researches them for Redbubble, checks their low competition, and makes sure they're trademark friendly. So he does kind of everything for you. I would really recommend going checking out these 2 videos on the screen here. I'm going to link them down in the description, but 2 really good videos. And if you subscribe to him or you watch him, and you wait for the trends to come out, you can have access to the trends pretty quickly, and you can get on them and make some good designs, some good profit pretty quickly to motivate you even further in your Redbubble journey. Alright, the second reason for today is because you aren't testing things. And this is really important, not just for Redbubble, not just for print on demand, but for everything in online business, making money online, and a lot of other things too. Pretty much what I'm saying here is that a lot of people don't test things for themselves, and they kind of take an approach where they see one person did this and it didn't work for them, so they don't even try. And what I'm telling you guys is that you need to test things for yourself, see what works for you. Obviously, a lot of the tips that are given in these types of videos, whether it be from me or someone else, they're good tips, right? But you also need to test and try things for yourself. Try the things people are suggesting, and try other things that you think might work too. And the good thing about this is you can't really fail because you're always trying to learn something more. Go with what works, and if you aren't changing what's not working, then that's where you start falling off. That's where you start going downhill. You need to amplify the things that are working so you can kind of go up instead of going down, or instead of staying neutral. You want to amplify the things that are already working and try new things, and if they don't work, find out quickly and stop doing them. And that's really a huge way that you can progress further in your Redbubble journey and you're making money on Redbubble experience. The third reason why people fail on Redbubble is because they aren't doing enough niche research. And there are a lot of ways to do niche research, but basically people don't find a customer base before they make their designs. So in the example of trends, you're finding that, someone is searching for something a lot, and they're searching for a trend, so you know that there's a demand for it. and that's a good thing. That's why trends are really powerful, because you know there's a high demand for this thing. But when it comes to evergreen designs, and an evergreen design, if you don't know, is basically something that sells all year round, something like, you know, a basketball design. That is a all year round kind of thing that sells. There's a lot of people who enjoy basketball, and they don't just enjoy it in a few months of the year, even when basketball is just being played. Basketball is an all year round thing. There are always going to be people who like basketball. It's not just all year, it's like exponential. It's going to go into the future, right? It's very long term rather than a trend. You know there's a demand for it, but it's short term a lot of the times. In evergreen design, there might be lower demand, or there might be a really high demand, but there's a lot of competition. But an evergreen design is something that lasts. And when you do enough niche research on these evergreen designs, you can find that there are a lot of untapped niches. There are a lot of things with low competition and that are evergreen and still have some demand. You don't need huge amounts of demand like a trending design to make a lot of money on Redbubble or anywhere. You just need to have enough designs, enough niches that you're in on your shops, on your single shop, so where you can make a sale or two a month on every design. If you have 100 designs, that's like 100 to 200 sales a month. And you don't have to make a sale every day on each design. Just a few sales, just one sale a month on every design in your shop, and you'd be laughing, right? So if you do enough niche research, if you do check that there's demand for your designs, the things that you're designing for, you're going to have a lot more success, because if you can sell one a month of these designs that are really good niche research, so you like know there's demand for them, you know there's not that much competition, then you're going to be able to make one sale a month on every design. You're going to be way better off than if you're just kind of spitting out designs and just throwing them out there. And that's something I've personally learned. So take it from me, do your research and see what happens. Disclaimer, I'm not saying it's bad to just pump out designs. I think that's a great way to learn how to use your design tools. But when something's not working, like I said in the previous point, definitely change your approach and try something new. AKA, learn from your mistakes. Alright, this is another mistake I see a lot of people making, and I want to point it out to especially people who are just starting on Redbubble. You need to enable all your products. And what I mean by this is when you come to your page, you want to make sure when you go into these products, even especially like t-shirts and things, you click on this little button and make sure everything is checked. It should say 12 out of 12, 3 out of 3, 1 out of 1. I know it's weird to enable something like a sticker that looks like this, right? But I enable it anyways because it's not really going to hurt you unless you're trying to build a specific brand, a very specific brand that looks very good. It doesn't really matter, because if you're creating a general shop, if you're just starting out, you know, no one's going to look through all 2,000 of your designs, for me example. So I enable them on every product, even if they don't look that great. I try to make things look as good as they possibly can on these products, yes, but make sure all of them are enabled. Make sure it says like 4 to 4, 2 to 2, 1 to 1. Make sure everything is enabled, and then once you have everything enabled, even like literally everything, enable everything. You want to make sure you have everything enabled, and this is going to be able to boost you for a lot of reasons. Mainly because once you have all your products enabled, then you will appear for a lot more search terms, a lot more search results, and your designs, if they're on more products, are going to get seen by more people, because there's more chances to get seen in search results for socks, masks, leggings, backpacks, duffel bags. Every single thing that you enable your product on has a chance of getting searched for on that specific niche, on that specific product, so aka your specific design. So this is like able to rank on Google, able to rank on Redbubble. It's just giving your design more chances to get seen, and if someone sees it on socks and it doesn't look that great, they still might click it because they see something they like, and they'll look at the other products enabled. So especially when you're getting started on Redbubble, I think this is a great way, and a lot of people don't do this, and they're missing out on potential viewers to their listings, especially when you're very new to Redbubble. Your listings don't have priority, you're a new seller, Redbubble doesn't really know who you are, so enable more products, get your design seen more, then you'll be able to make more sales. I also want to mention that you want to make sure if there's a new product, make sure you have it on your listings. So you might have to go back sometimes and make sure you have it on your listings and try to make it as good as possible. And you might want to make a separate design and upload it to this. You can use the replace image tool, and you can make it look as good as possible. And then when you have a new product, because Redbubble will promote it, there's not going to be as many listings for that. So people are going to search for this fitted mask, and there's going to be a lot less competition, more chance for you to get seen, and another great reason why you should enable all the products, especially the new ones. One more thing about enabling all products, the dimensions that I would recommend using for Redbubble specifically are 5000 by 7100, rather than a normal dimension I used to use, which was Merch by Amazon dimensions, 4500 by 5400. I would recommend using 5000 by 7100. This is going to be perfect for pretty much every product, especially compared to the Merch by Amazon one on 4500 by 5400 pixels. That's not going to be nearly as good, and all the products won't look as good when you have it on that. But when you put it on 5000 by 7100, you're going to have a lot more products that look a lot more professional. And the main one I'm talking about is greeting cards. As you're going to see here, the design I uploaded was very, very small. The dimensions were wacky. So this is what the greeting card looks like. It looks pretty bad. And the greeting card actually is a rectangle. So this would pretty much just print a black blob in the middle or wherever I position it, and it doesn't look that great. But when you upload a Merch by Amazon listing, 4500 by 5400, those dimensions aren't going to look that good in the greeting card, because there's going to be spaces that are blank on the greeting card that aren't filled by the design area. So it's going to be like, if they want a black greeting card, it's going to be basically black up until the dimensions you have, and there's going to be white bars on it, and people are going to see that, and they're not going to be as likely to buy your greeting cards. But if you have it on 5000 by 7100, then the greeting cards look a lot better, and they're full, right? The whole thing is one color. It looks a lot more professional, and that's just the dimensions that I use now. I've switched over to them, and I've since seen greeting card sales after like a week of using these dimensions. Before I didn't. So more sales by having your products enabled on more products, designs enabled on more products, looking good with the right dimensions. So now we're going to enter the fifth and final reason of why you're not getting sales on Redbubble, why you're failing on Redbubble. And that reason is that you're expecting too much. You pretty much are putting stress on yourself, and you're setting yourself up to be disappointed by expecting to see like daily sales by a month from now, or make a sale tomorrow. If you're expecting these sales, or you're really disappointed when they don't come, you're going to be kind of hit to the heart when you don't see your sales coming in and you're putting in work. And the best way around this is to not expect sales, but still do the work. And when you're not expecting sales and you're kind of just plugging away, doing your thing, and making things happen, doing the things that you need to do that are going to generate sales in the long run, you are going to be able to focus on researching more, focus on designing more, and focus on learning from your mistakes more. So when you are less focused on the sales, the numbers of how much money you're making, you can focus on the things that actually matter to get you to where you want to be, right? So this is very important in Redbubble and in anything. When you want to get somewhere, don't expect too much and don't be disappointed. Don't put a time frame on it. If you don't make a sale in a month, whatever. You are gonna improve over the long run, and that month that you don't make any sales, you put up 100 designs and bam, there, you improved. Even though you didn't make any sales, you added to your shop, you added work, you added possibilities to get sales, so you're going to make sales in the future. And if you can just keep stacking up those sales and those products or those designs, you are going to be where you want to be in no time. Alright, that's all the reasons I have for you guys today. If you guys want more Redbubble tips, then definitely smash the like button, as I would appreciate that greatly. And if you made it to this point in the video, comment down below pineapple. Yesterday it was strawberry, today we're going with pineapple. I like just naming fruits. I think, fruits are sweet, and you guys are sweet too. So thank you guys so much for watching. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Whew.